Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
We have been cooperating with Kazakhstan to enhance the capacity of the country to access data on wind and solar and energy efficiency.
In your opinion, what are the priorities that Kazakhstan can focus on, be it infrastructure development, industrial investment, utilization of cutting-edge technologies, to accelerate this transition forward?
What Kazakhstan can do more to accelerate this path? We have identified for the world, but this applies also for the countries, three main barriers that should be overcome. One is the physical infrastructure.
And how should energy companies in Kazakhstan approach this dilemma that many face in the world? That if you don't transition, you might pay the highest price of all. And if you do transition, it won't be cheap and easy, as fast as many people would wish it.
There is very simple thing.
Welcome to the Astana Times YouTube channel. I'm Aida Haidar. I'm with Francesco La Camera, Director General of the International Agency of Renewable Energy. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
I would like to start our conversation with, maybe you will provide us with some insights about cooperation between Kazakhstan and IRENA.
So naturally, Kazakhstan is one of our member states. We have been cooperating with Kazakhstan to enhance the capacity of the country to access data on wind and solar and energy efficiency. We also have a memorandum of understanding that we are going to renew with Kazakhstan Energy Association. We have also working with the government on the end-use sectors that are very relevant in the energy transition. And this new collaboration, enlarging cooperation, we also look at green hydrogen in the country.
Mm-hmm. Kazakhstan aspires to become carbon neutral by 2060 and is very committed to sustainable development goals and fulfilling its obligations according to Paris Agreement. But in your opinion, what are the priorities that Kazakhstan can focus on, be it infrastructure development, industrial investment, utilization of cutting-edge technologies, to accelerate this transition forward?
So first of all, Kazakhstan has already started its journey in the energy transition. And as I say, during the plenary, we have assisted to install a capacity of 2 more gigawatts in the last 4 years. So they are already working on that. What Kazakhstan can do more to accelerate this path? We have identified for the world, but this applies also for the countries, three main barriers that should be overcome. One is the physical infrastructure. So when we have more renewables to be deployed, we need grids that are interconnected, that are flexible and are balanced for more renewables being to the grids. We also need to have a market design that is more favorable for renewables. We need policies as the phasing out of fossil subsidies and converting money and more money for renewables that should take place. And then a market design that is more favorable for renewables. Then we have also work on training new skilled workforce, because sometimes companies are ready to invest, but they have not personnel that is trained enough for the new technologies that should be used.
Mm-hmm. And coming back to the Paris Agreement, which is often seen as a model, but there are some experts, for example, I think Angela Wilkinson, who was part of the plenary session today, she said that it's probably can not be enough to prevent a climate catastrophe or any climate challenges that we're facing at the moment. In an ideal world, let's imagine we live in an ideal world, what immediate steps can the energy industry in Kazakhstan take to help mitigate so-called catastrophes that come our way in different shapes or form?
First of all, the Paris Agreement, more than a model, is established target that to be achieved if we want to keep the raising the temperature in a range that is not harming significantly our way to live in this planet. So we must act for that. And this means decrease the use of fossil fuels, and this applies for all the world, including Kazakhstan. And for avoiding disruption in the energy market, if you want to decrease the use of fossil fuel, you have to increase the use of form of energy that are carbon free. And these are renewables. So this is the sense that we have called, as you have heard in the plenary, for 1,000 gigawatts of renewables to be installed every year to reach a target of 11 terawatt by 2030. That is the translation in terms of gigawatt of the call of the IPCC report to keep the 1.5 on the reach, that is decreasing by 2030 43% of CO2 emission compared with pre-industrial time.
Many experts believe that mining can become a place where we can scale up our renewables, and the president of Kazakhstan also talked about that it can be a great place to start working on renewables. In your opinion, how can Kazakhstan contribute and play a significant role on the world stage in this global transition to renewable energy?
It can play a very important role. First of all, for the diversification of the supply, because we know that mineral and rare earth are needed for the transition. So first, decentralize the supply side, and also this could be relevant for the Kazakhstan economy, because if they manufacturing in place all the mineral and rare earth that they have, and Kazakhstan is rich of mineral, so part of the supply chain added value remain in the countries, and this could be a strong push for building a green industry in the country.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a great segue to my next question. In your opinion, how should energy companies in Kazakhstan approach this dilemma that many face in the world? That if you don't transition, you might pay the highest price of all. And if you do transition, it won't be cheap and easy as fast as many people would wish it.
There is very simple thing that everyone should do. Focusing, trying to accelerate his attention. We need to install 1,000 gigawatts of renewable energy per year. This is a target that is essential to reach if you want to keep the 1.5 promise alive. And we have to dedicate all the efforts to get this to be achieved.
But do you feel like there are any kind of pushback from the energy companies, in terms of like transitioning?
Life is always a place for conflict and for integration and solving the conflict. We think, and we have been calling for these energy industries, they should be part of the transformation because they have the capital, they have the skills, they have the engineering, so they have been part of the transition. But if they don't want to lose the opportunity in the future, they have to start now because the market is open now for renewables. Renewables is the most competitive way to produce electricity. We are going that direction. I think it's in the interest of everyone to build to jump on the train from the first moment, so to get space into the market, because there will be a market of opportunities for all.
Mm-hmm. And my last question would be a personal question. Can you provide some words of wisdom for our viewers?
That's always when we talk about the transition, these kind of things, you want to have a voice or hopes or what. I think that what is important is that humanity understand all the stakeholders that is a challenge that has to be faced by all the humanity and all the actors. So if we want to be successful, we have to work together to accelerate our path and to keep the 1.5 alive.
Thank you very much. Thank you.